Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to LRGA Curves today. We're right on time in the house of LRGA Curves with Dr. Heavenly. And you know we're heavenly angels over here at LRGA Curves. So thank you for coming in this morning. I hope you're smashing buttons, the like button, the subscribe button. Hit the bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video and so you can become part of this beautiful curvy community that I'm growing over here on LRGA Curves. Thank you again for being in the house. Now, we have one of my absolute faves in the house today, Mrs. Dr. Heavenly Kimes. Y'all give it up for her. I have a soundtrack, Dr. Heavenly.
Okay.
Everybody is so excited to have you here. And you're so intriguing and you're so smart, beautiful, entrepreneurial. I mean, when you said that you would come and grace my channel with your presence as my first celebrity interview, let me tell you about the blessings of my life, okay? Okay? Now I'm doing too much talking. Go ahead and say good morning to the people.
Good morning, people. I just love that you're taking the advice of HIG. Start you a sideline business. I mean, online, if you're going to review shows, I'm telling you, that's money in the bank. I'm telling you. All you got to do is be consistent and you will make it big, darling. You are on your way.
Definitely. And this is, can you guys hear that? Dr. Heavenly's in the house. Dr. Heavenly's in the house. All right. I see my regular curvies in the house too. Royer, Reality with Krista Marie, Stephen Crisco, Taryn. One Who Cares was the first one in the house. And you know I care about y'all. So let's get at this interview. You know I want to keep it fun and light, but I will be asking some of those questions that you guys want to know. But I wanted you guys to really know why I love Heavenly. Why I am a hashtag Heavenly's Angels from day one, even with your mamas, okay? Because outside of the show, she is all about the actions of her works. She is of service. And did y'all know that Dr. Martin Luther King said one time, I'm having feedback. Am I having feedback, y'all?
Your music is kind of loud. Can you turn the music off?
Yeah, I'm turning that. That's what I was going to right now. Thank you. There we go. There
you go.
There we go. That's much better. Okay. So one of the reasons that I love Dr. Heavenly is because she personifies that saying that Dr. Martin Luther King did. Did you know that Martin Luther King said that it's hard to be great? I mean, it's hard to be famous, but that anybody can be great because greatness is about the service that you do. And Dr. Heavenly is all about the service. Now on the show, she does give us a couple of interesting, like, you know, she is who she is on the show, but outside of the show.
Reality TV, that's what y'all came for. I do all my jobs well.
Exactly. She's usually the smartest in the room, the prettiest in the room, and the best dressed in the room, okay?
So best dressed, but okay.
Well, at that reunion you were, that was definitely best dressed at the reunion, okay? Okay. So that was some of the flowers that I wanted to give you. And now, you know, as always, we have to have a little intro. So what would your tagline be? Because you are a housewife. So what would your tagline be?
I'm not a housewife. We're on Married to Medicine. But my tagline would be, I am every woman. I am every woman. I am every woman. I have it all. Like I have the looks, I have the smarts, I have the success, you know, and I uplift my man at the same time. He's still the leader of the household. I think you can have it all. I think you can have it all. Maybe not all at one time, but you can have it all. And I think I'm every woman. That's my hashtag.
Definitely. That's it. That's an appropriate tagline because that is also one of the things that I love about you. That you have so many things going on IRL that it just makes the show we want to know you more. Like that's one of the main things people say is why don't we get to see more of all of that excellence that you are, right? So Let's talk about, did you guys know that Dr. Heavenly has Heavenly University? Dr. Heavenly has a dental empire. Dr. Heavenly would take dental practices that were failing and turn them around and then flip them. Did you know that Dr. Heavenly has Heavenly University? Did you know that Dr. Heavenly not only opened Heavenly Beauty Supply and employs people within her community, but then features products from people in her community? You know what I'm saying? She's about uplifting. She holds herself and her people accountable by telling the truth all the time. People don't always want to hear the truth, but Dr. Heavenly is going to tell you the truth. Now, one of the things is that I'm noticing about you, Dr. Heavenly, is that you don't deal in lies. And because you don't deal in lies, when somebody comes at you with some BS that's definitely a lie, you kind of get, oh, like you don't even know how to respond to that because it's BS, you know? Right. So anyway, that's just me ranting. And what would your theme song be?
I Am Every Woman, baby. Whitney Houston.
I'm every woman. It's all in me. That one?
Yeah, there you have it. That's Shaka Khan.
Yeah, see, that's my version. I like that version. I like the Whitney Houston version too. Okay. And now your latest endeavor, which I am so inspired by and happy to be a part of and happy to have access to, is Heavenly Investment Group. And that's HIG for those who don't know. And in the Heavenly Investment Group, we talk about 7 streams of multiple income and about ways to keep diversified. And what's that saying you said the other day about, was it Mike somebody or Rick Ross who said that if you know about, so go ahead and tell the people.
No, it's Rick Ross. He said, babe, if you know somebody Black is making a lot of money doing something, put us on.
Right.
Because a lot of times, the other colors, they don't tell us about what's going on. In fact, they hide it within plain sight. We're not taught in schools about money purposely. We're not taught how banks work purposely. They want to keep you employed because they need employees, but 1% of the population will always have more than 99% of the population just by design. So here I'm doing with my little platform that I have, I'm trying to educate people. And in fact, I think it's an obligation based on the mess we put out there with reality TV. Use this platform, you know what I'm saying? To get the people in, and then once they come in, switch it up on them and educate their asses. That's how I feel.
Right. That's right. And that's one of the things also that I appreciate, because you give us a mess and then you give us a message. And I appreciate that, because you get our attention with the mess and then you keep us engaged with the message. And
we would not have a show without the mess. We would have been canceled long ago. People can say whatever they want to about it. If there was no Dr. Heavenly on the show or people like that, there would be no show. And that's just plain tea. There would be no platform to give y'all the positivity. It just wouldn't. And I couldn't afford millions of dollars to bring up a brand so I could actually switch it up and make something good out of it. So I play all my jobs well. I'm a very good businesswoman, and I understand everything that I'm doing.
Exactly.
And at the end of the day, I want to add this. At the end of the day, we playing on Twitter. At the end of the day, if I called Toya tomorrow, she'd be there for me and I would be there for her. We understand business. Understand that. And we speak truth. I'm speaking truth. But I'm saying, I think that Married to Medicine shows a lot of different aspects of African-American lives. Even it has to do with submitting to your husband and the relationship problems we have as professional Black women, or the mistakes we make in our finances, which we all make. It ain't just Toya. It ain't just Contessa with the marital issues. We all have issues and we deal with them in different ways. The difference between me and them is I ain't finna damn disrespect my husband on TV. That's right. That's where I draw the line. I curse everybody out in there, tell all their business. I'm not gonna put my man,
Right.
And I think ain't really nothing to tell. Every marriage ain't fucked up. There's some good marriages out there. And I think that we show that.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. I often say out here in these YouTube streets that the things I appreciate about Married to Medicine specifically, is that you give us the Black excellence, you give us Black drama, and then you give us Black reconciliation. So like you guys always have this way of like bringing it full circle so that we can, really understand and see that no, everything's not perfect everywhere. But sometimes there is no smoke because there is no fire, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. I have some good questions here. Some really good questions. I had 48, but I don't know if we'll have time for 48. Okay.
48 questions. Girl.
When you started talking about HIG, where can the people find that?
You can find it on my Patreon, which is Patreon.com/Dr. Heavenly. I actually put the excerpts on YouTube.com/Dr. Heavenly blog. And, you follow me on Twitter. I know it's a lot of mess and pettiness, but you got to sift through for the educational part. But HIG is the heavenlyinvestmentgroup.com. I actually started a whole new website for it and a landing page. So you can put your information, then we can give you the information and let you know how you can invest in different platforms.
Exactly. Okay. And I also put it in the description for this live. Put all your links down there so that people can get in touch with you. Okay. And the vision that is Dr. Heavenly, what's the destination?
Well, I'm a graduate of Meharry Medical College. So in the back of my mind, I've always been taught to serve the underserved. That means with dentistry, even Heavenly Beauty, that was not about me. I know nothing about beauty supply or anything. Actually, it was inspired by my daughter. But It's to give back to the community. It ain't even for me. Everything I make in Heavenly Beauty either is given back to the community or put in a trust for my daughter. So everything about me is about giving back to the community. I'm Black. I'm blacker than Black. Like T.S. Madison say, I'm fluorescent Black. And I'm going to stay Black.
Yes, definitely. That's beautiful. And that's such an inspiration and so needed in our community. Okay. And then what do you feel like, have you always had the foresight to grow yourself beyond each accomplishment?
Absolutely. That's something in me. A lot of people ask me why I am so motivated because, again, my husband is a very established, very successful physician. I could choose to stay home, but with all the knowledge and the education and just the blessings that God has given me, it would be blasphemy not to put it out there to the world. And I'm glad that my husband allows me to be the Dr. Heavenly I want to be. But I would not feel, and I'm not, this is no shade to anybody else, but I would not feel fulfilled if I could not come in the world and do the different things I want to. And I think it's an urgency to manifest my destiny. I think you only live one time. So do everything you want to do, but make sure you put time in there to think, to rest, and self-care. I think that's most important.
Okay, well, you touched on two things I wanted to ask you about. Dr. Damon, I've always wondered if you guys have some kind of pact where you're not, there's a line right here and you guys are not willing to cross that line because your guys' relationship, family, and marriage is so important to you that there's never going to be, because of fame, that it went away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I just have ultimate respect for my husband. He deserves it. Now, I'm not telling the show, but there is a point this season that we do have a disagreement. And y'all gonna see how we get through it. But it was something really serious. Like for me and my husband, we have so much respect for each other that it's 100%. And I'm gonna tell you the story here because I'm gonna tell it to you. My mother was dying, right? My mother was dying, and me and Damon had a conversation right before we came on scene. And Damon, we were talking about, and I'm gonna tell this on my blog too once they show it. But Damon was, he talks slow because he's methodical. He's always thinking the way they were telling my mom she was going to hospice, and I was saying that she could come to my house. I would set up a room downstairs, and because he talked so slow, he was like, "That is a big something to take on. That's a big responsibility." And when he said that, I didn't let him finish his sentence. I just went into I was just angry, upset, mad, and I cursed him out. And it came out. I mean, not on the camera, but you could tell we was mad when we came in there. You know what I'm saying? And based on the conversation, but we got through it. But Contessa was being an asshole that she was, and she kept pitching at me. And then I was just like, it just exploded all over again. So that was a reflection of anger because I was really upset about my mom.
Yeah. And I'm really sorry about your mom and everything. My condolences on that, you know.
No, she was 90. It was expected, but you know.
Oh, that's longevity then. Mm-hmm. That was beautiful. 90 is a beautiful life, y'all. 90 is a beautiful life. Okay, so that's understandable. And I'm glad that we're finally going to see a little friction because, you know, like you said, not everything's perfect. And even the husbands commented earlier in this season about, oh, not everybody's perfect except for Dr. Damon and Heavenly, you know, like, so they're kind of poking fun at you too.
Yeah, you know what? That's a joke. And I don't understand why they get so angry when I say that. I say my marriage is perfect and I have sex every night. To me, that's an obvious joke. To me, I mean, ain't nobody having no sex at night, especially at 51 years old. But they continuously get mad that I say it, and I say it all over Twitter. And even some of the people get mad that I say that. I will speak positivity into my marriage until it's perfect. So that means I'll be saying that forever. Okay. Because I'm saying it's perfect.
That's what I'm talking about, and that's another thing I love about you. I have a card right here. It's called manifesting because I know you're about speaking your word. I know you're about speaking positivity. I know that you do vision boards. I know that you pray on it. And like, so when you speak positively, it's an affirmation. So you also practice affirmations. And I wanted to know if you can tell people, like, what are some other manifesting techniques that you appreciate?
Oh, absolutely. I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. People like me. Everything I touch turns to gold. I mean, I have so many positive affirmations. I even get up with Alexa. Alexa gives me a morning affirmation. So I think affirmations are so important and they're biblical. You know, if you speak it, you'll believe it. You know, your words become flesh, all of that. So I speak positivity all over my house. And even I've seen it in my daughter. She writes affirmations on her mirror in her bathroom. So everything I'm doing, she's watching. I'm teaching her how to be a boss. She's already running that beauty supply store herself. She's marketing it, you know, herself. She's putting on the wigs and stuff like that. And she posts it on my page. You know, I don't do any of that. All that posting and stuff is either one of my marketing guys or Alora putting that on my page about, you know, the different businesses. So I'm so proud of her.
Oh, I know you are. We've seen Alora grow up before our eyes. She was just a wee bit peeking around the door. And now she's like full on, like almost woman. And it's like, oh my gosh. And she's going to have a vlog too, I saw.
Yeah, she started her vlog. It's so silly. She'll be 17 next month. And she's already got, you know, an eyewear line. We're working on her makeup line. It's for sensitive skin. So she got a makeup line coming. I'm working with a lady to get her in the stores, Walmart, Target, all that. She's going to be a mogul before she's 18. I promise you that. And that's what I'm working towards.
That is awesome. And, you know, because she had eczema or something, right?
Yeah, she has eczema real bad. She's on medication all the time. Sometimes she has breakouts.
Yeah.
And she puts on the makeup to cover, you know what I mean, some of the breakouts sometimes, because sometimes she has to take a break from the medication, but she has a really good dermatologist and they stay on it. But sometimes, you know, I don't know if it's the dogs. We got the dogs. We ain't getting rid of our dogs or going outside, you know, the different pollen. Or you know, it may be something she's eating. So she stopped eating all kind of seafood and stuff like that. So we're pulling everything out and putting it back in. But
that's a good idea.
Because one point she had it under control and then it was something that just kind of reflared, you know?
Yeah. You know, I actually suffered from eczema my entire life. My neck would still can break out sometimes. And so I understand the struggle. And then when you have to take that steroid stuff, then you don't want to do it too long and then you have to come off. And then, so I totally understand. But just watching her embrace that part of herself and turn it into an empire is going to be fascinating to watch also. Okay, so I appreciate your manifesting techniques, Dr. Heavenly. Now, okay, somebody said in the chat about the sex part we were talking about. So I subscribe to the idea. I'm a married woman for 15 years. We just had our 15-year anniversary, 7/7/77. And, you know, I feel like our relationship has evolved now to the point where we want to have sex all the time, but we don't have sex all the time. Some in my 50s too, you know, and I think about it all the time, but I'm like, I'd rather sleep. you know? So I think that it's really important to be like a friend with your husband also, first and foremost. And I tell him all the time, I sure am glad we're friends because, you know, you know, because sometimes you just have to like allow your relationship to evolve in all the different ways. And it's not all about sex. Can you tell some of the single ladies in the audience who want to be married ladies later, do you have any advice for them? Because we know that you're a relationship expert also. So do you have any advice for women who are looking to be married and trying to balance this type of lifestyle?
Absolutely. I say on my vlogs all the time, you gotta like them. It's easy to love somebody. It's easy to love somebody. And we love a lot of people we should not be with, but you gotta like them, you know? And like I said, the men are looking for the same things we're looking for. Somebody that makes them feel good about themselves, somebody that uplifts them, somebody that makes them happy, you know? And I think it also helps when a woman, I do feel like a man should be the leader. I do feel like a man should be the breadwinner. But I also feel like the woman should be his helpmate. For example, when my husband was transitioning out of the ER, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our credit was good. We had to take out money, you know, to start his own surgical center. Because I don't know if you know, it's a big deal with a surgical center. You got to go through a lot of different things and get a lot of different expensive equipment and all of that.
Right, I can imagine.
But I was there for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was able to hold it down while he did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just know and I love him. And when I started my practice, my credit was fucked up, messed up. And I didn't have credit, but he always had good credit. So he co-signed for my first loan for my dental practice. So I would not be here today, you know, having the 9 practices and all that without him. So in turn, awesome. You know, when he got ready to get out of the ER, I had messed up all the money. We had money so he could transition into another practice. And it took about 3 years for him to get where he is today, but he does very well. And I'm just happy to be his helpmate, you know? Yes. Even though he knows he's the leader and the provider, I was there for him to help him through, you know?
Yes, yes. That's beautiful. Wow, that's so inspirational. So ladies, I hope you're taking your notes. You want to be a helpmate, you want to be a friend, you want to be on somebody's level with them, and you need to know that when it's time to pick up the slack, just pick up the slack. Don't resent the slack. Pick up the slack, and then when it's your turn to have some slack, then your partner should be able to pick up that slack. And it's just like this, you guys just keep going through life. And that's a beautiful
thing. You build the empire together, right?
Yes, yes. Speaking of the empire, okay, so I'm really intrigued with your entire lifestyle. Because to me, all the ladies on the show are trying to get to where Dr. Heavenly is. Okay, sure. Everybody wants 14,000 square feet, but who had it first?
Yeah, me. I
Everybody wants a tennis court, but who had it first?
Yeah, I did.
Everybody wants the freaking swimming pool with some land, and you even have a freaking lake, but who had it first? You know what I'm saying?
I did.
And I feel like they kind of play you off by not highlighting that you had it first, and everybody else is like looking in neighbors' windows because they don't have
interesting. I never really realized that they did not show my accolades. I thought y'all knew until like maybe the last couple of seasons, because I know one time we had a event on my tennis court and everybody was like, wow, Heavenly, I didn't know you had all of that. I didn't realize y'all didn't know that.
Yeah, they never showed us. That's why I feel like they play you off. Like, and I'm wondering why would they do that? Because you have it and you've had it for so long that I feel like that would be like an empowering kind of inspirational thing for the audience to know that you guys work.
I'm with the shits and I'm always in the mess.
Yeah.
So, you know, they portray you how you come through, you know? So I think because I came in that way, that's how you're going to be. And it's up to me to change that, not them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's up to me. Do you think that you could change that? I mean,
I do. And I think it's time. I think it's time to change it. I think it's time to go in a different direction.
Yeah.
I really do. But my whole thing is this, Leah. If I'm not Dr. Heavenly, who's going to be Dr. Heavenly? Because if you watch the season, I ain't trying to brag. I think Dr. Jackie is needed. I do. I think somebody to balance this shit. But without Dr. Heavenly, what kind of season would you have? What kind of... I mean, it's great backups. It's some great backups.
Yeah. My daddy, my paternal father, daddy, said, tell Dr. Heavenly the reason they don't like her is because she's the queen of the show. And that's my dad. He feels that way too.
Yeah, a lot of people say that, but you know what? I'm really humble. I don't think people know how successful my husband is. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they know.
Tell us.
No. He's board certified in 4 different specialties. He's the only doctor on there that has his own surgical center. I think he's the only doctor. No, Dr. Kieran has his own practice, but Damon is the only one that has his own practice. I think Contessa them got their practice together. Yeah. I'm talking out of the men. Right. Damon is definitely the most successful, the most educated, the most humble. You know what I'm saying? Right. I mean, he's board certified in pain, emergency medicine, addiction medicine, because, you know, a lot of people get addicted on those pain pills, and family medicine at the same time. So when you go to Roswell Pain Surgical Center, you're getting all of that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So when he's seeing you about your leg hurting, he can also diagnose you for diabetes or high blood pressure and treat it. So you're getting multiple specialties out of one dude. My damn husband is brilliant. But I don't be wanting to brag on them because they already hate me anyway. They already hate me anyway. I can't give, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't dress that good. I got to leave them hoes something. I have to leave them something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If we, like Toya's always saying she's beautiful. No, bitch, you just got more time to get ready. All of us are beautiful. I don't even know why she go there. She called Quad ugly. Quad is nowhere near ugly. She calls everybody ugly. And I'm like, girl, come on, if that makes you feel better, you are beautiful. Yeah. But is that all you have? Because that ain't enough. It's too many people in this world. And we all beautiful. We all have that. Right. So I don't know. But my husband ain't nothing like him. And when I say he's perfect and I show him and I say he's the best man I know and he the best, these people get offended.
They get so mad.
So I gotta keep some friends. I gotta deal with somebody on the show.
That is awesome. That is hilarious, Dr. Heavenly. I love how you just keep it real. Okay, wait.
We funny. You're being funny.
I can't.
Listen, you know your vlogs can't be that long or nobody ain't gonna watch them. You know what I'm saying? They say it's supposed to be from 12 minutes to 30 minutes. We're gonna give you 2 more questions because you don't want it to be too long. And we can come back anytime. You know what I'm saying? I'll come back anytime.
Okay. So here, do you mind? Was there anything else that you wanted to touch on since we only got 2 more questions?
No, my what I want to touch on is, like I said before, a lot of us as African Americans do not understand money. I don't know everything. I'm a business, money, and relationship expert, and I know business because I made the mistakes. I know money because I made the mistakes. I know relationships because I made the mistakes. But on my Patreon, I'm going to bring the experts. I got access to the best. And I'm going to bring them to y'all, do the Patreon. I mean, I'm on YouTube too, but I think for $5, if I bring you my real estate specialist, I bring you my attorney, I bring you my accountants, my financial planners, and all of them don't have the same advice.
Right,
you know right. So I'm just saying, so you can educate yourself, do your own research. I'm not asking you to do the investments I'm doing. I'm just telling you it works for me. That's all. And and I thought it was great how I preface selling my Maybach because I don't get things for other people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I ain't gonna shade the girl on that because I shade her enough, but we don't buy things for other people. They don't like you, no way.
Exactly. And they're not gonna pay the bill when you can't.
So I want it to be cool to say, hey, you know what? I want to be debt free. Let me change my lifestyle. Let me rent a place lesser so I can save some money for my kids' education. Let me save some money because I understand the power of compound interest and invest in things or traders, you know what I'm saying? Or these trading accounts or whatever. Or even make sure I maximize my 401k. I'm administrator of 401k, so I give it to my employees. But 401k is good stuff when the employees match whatever you put in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's tax deferred, meaning that you don't pay taxes on that money that you putting in.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I know a lot about a lot of different things, and I'm just putting my knowledge out there. I don't give financial advice, but I got all the experts in my pocket. And like I said, because I'm on reality TV and we put out so much negativity and pettiness, I have an obligation to put out some positive stuff and some educational stuff as well. And that's who Dr. Heavenly is. And I hate to say it this way, but you say what I used to always say, I say you say a motherfucker so the ignorant niggas hear me, but then when they hear me, we bring them in and we educate them because there's nowhere that they're giving this information to Black people. It's not taught in schools.
It's not.
Even Dr. Heavenly University, the people are amazed that I'm teaching these young dentists how to run a successful dental practice. I'm telling them it's about relationships with these banks. You don't have to have certain criteria that they're telling you. It's about relationships, and relationships are about who you know. That's it.
Right.
That's it. Now, you know, if your credit real bad, then probably not. But I'm just saying that redlining stuff is real, but it's based on what you know and who you know, more so than what you got.
Exactly. And I know that, like I said, you guys, I am part of the Heavenly Investment Group, and I know that I've had a fantastic ROI, and I did my own research. I landed in there, and it's really life-changing, really and truly, you guys. So if you want to check it out.
And I want to say one last thing, Leah. When you join these investment groups, right? They're great things. We've done our research. We've done our background on them, right? But I always encourage people to get their initial investment out with their return on investment. For example, if you put in $50,000 and every week you're getting $2,000, whatever you're getting, take that money out until you get the $50,000 out. Then let the $50,000 ride, and then take money out. That way you're not losing ever. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because everything's good until it ain't. You know what I mean? I've been in situations where I had a lot of money in crypto. It crashed. And that was no fault of anyone's, you know what I'm saying? But it happened. So that's why I always tell people to diversify. And one thing I forgot to tell them last week, and you reminded me, was the insurance is so important. And that's your cup of tea there.
Yes, I am a licensed insurance agent, a licensed real estate agent. And so I keep helping the people. And I think that insurance is a really important thing too. I also have like a little coffee hour vlog I do on here where it's talk to the professionals. And so I highlight different business aspects and real estate and insurance and why you should have it and different types of things and women in business. So I'm about giving out that information too. And I really appreciate you, Dr. Heavenly. Do you mind if we take 2 or 3 questions from the audience, and then I'll let you go, please?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, so you guys, so give me your questions in the chat, please. Oh, Cindy's in the house. No way. Oh my God. You guys, put a question in the chat so that I can ask Dr. Heavenly so that she can, because she's right. I should not be having these things for 3 hours the way I be doing sometimes, y'all.
Yeah, nobody's going to watch 3 hours. They'll watch 3 hours of me. I mean, my advisor said 12 minutes, actually. And I always go over 12 minutes because I can't talk that short. But they say my blog should be around 12 minutes.
Okay, so here is Gabrielle. Yes, I see that when you choose some people, they gives a vibe. Always get diversified in investment. About crypto, you need some true knowledge in it. Yes, so about crypto, crypto's not going anywhere though, you guys. So I would just do your research on what cryptocurrencies you're investing in. There are some ones that are better.
Yeah, I would say stay away from them little coins. They're too volatile, but Bitcoin will always come back. Ethereum is going to come back. And Tether's a stable coin, so it's always going to be okay. You know what, when you lose money in crypto or anywhere else, that money is never lost. It changes hands. Somebody got that money. And what it is too many people were learning about crypto. So what they did was they made it crash so the people that don't have a whole lot of money would be washed out of it, right? Because if you had Bitcoin, imagine if you had Bitcoin at 28,000, correct? And it went down to 14,000, but it was hurting you to keep that. You're going to pull that 14,000 out and you don't have it anymore, right? And then, they're saying recession and inflation right there. They're waiting till people bottom out. Then they're going to bottom out that Bitcoin and then they're going to bring it right back on up. And a lot of people going to miss out on it because of something we can't help that they couldn't afford to hold on to it. So it's a method to the madness with that. But Bitcoin ain't going nowhere because too many people are invested in it.
Definitely a method to the madness. When the pandemic first started, Bitcoin was down to 5,000, y'all. It was in 5,000. And
when
now
they get to 5,000 again, I swear to God, I'm back.
Yeah, I don't know when it's going to be that again. Ooh, if it was, I get
But they said it's probably going to get down to 14, maybe 10. And that's the time to buy. But I will tell all of my angels when I'm buying, when I'm advised to buy again.
Yes, definitely.
Roy, I see you.
Yes.
I love you so much. You're my girl. I had to put on my glasses to see it. What do you see in the next after Married to Medicine? Would you consider doing a talk show? Probably not a talk show, Royer. I would like to do a show like, if it would be Dr. Pimple Popper, but with dentistry, because we see some amazing things and we change lives. But not only that, maybe giving relationship advice at the same time, showing Dr. Heavenly's lifestyle. I think that she's, you know, I think she's funny. I think people want to see all aspect of it, but at the same time, see Dr. Heavenly change people's lives one smile at a time.
Yes, that's definitely what I would do. Y'all know she does makeovers.
Yeah, I would do something else. Yeah. But Married to Medicine is a really good situation right now, though.
Excellent.
Heavenly,
this is Mims. Everybody shout out to Mims.
Make it make sense. Dr. Heavenly, do you regret about speaking so freely about your castmate marriages on YouTube channel? You know what? Make it make sense. Honestly, when Cecil said if I hurt somebody, I have to apologize, I would. But with this show, I know it's some BS. I do. I know Contessa been on my YouTube. She's seen her YouTube. She only got mad. She said she was going for a divorce, honestly. And I used to tell her she was beautiful, she was smart, she was intelligent, she could have any man she wants. When she decided to stay, that's when she decided to be mad at me. And I had done nothing to that woman. So for the YouTube, honestly, I can see what people say where, hey, you're talking about your friends. But I've been doing this YouTube 6 years, and all it was an extension of the show. So when the show went off, I would take a few questions. And I was talking about exactly what happened on the show. Now, yeah, you know, I'm a little bit raw and my delivery is kind of messed up. But if you say something on the show like, anybody can be a dentist, my response is going to be, girl, how could you say that you don't even have a graduate degree? Or, you know what I'm saying? So you're looking at the responses which are not fair. Because if you pull together all the stuff people have said on national TV, they call somebody husband gay. To this day, everybody think that man gay. They call people a husband's definition of big ass man. So I think it was unfair to come at me like that from 6 years back of information. Even the stuff about Quad and her ass being fake or she sleeping with married men, that was a joke. We dispelled that shit a long time ago. For them to bring that shit back up and then she's really having feelings about it or whatever. But I get what people are saying about my YouTube, but I ain't gonna stop doing it because I think it's an extension of the show. And if you wanted me to stop, that wasn't the way to do it. Because all of them have said bad things. And the interesting thing is, Mike, and I ain't gonna give you the reunion, all of them have been on my YouTube talking shit about each other. So why is it bad now that they mad because they getting talked about? We done talked about everybody, including myself. So why are they mad? Quad been on my YouTube, Toya been on my YouTube, Contessa been on my YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So what are they mad about? We dogged each other out. Contessa dogged Toya out. Me and Quad dogged Mariah so bad. Toya, Simone. Come on now. How y'all gonna be mad about some shit y'all did?
That's what I'm saying. It's the hypocrisy. It's laughable even.
It's laughable because you see the straight deflection from her marriage. She never talks about her marriage anymore. She put all her anger on me and then she keep fucking with me. And if I wouldn't be Dr. Heavenly if I didn't respond, and that's where the ratings come from. I know my job, sir. Yes. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I do all my jobs well. I got to do it. If I didn't want to do reality TV, make it make sense, I don't need to be on reality TV. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to be nice and play, now it works for Jackie. But if we have a room full of Jackies, would this show be successful?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
We'd be bored.
So that's why I work
and I love
you outside the show. Doing positive stuff, giving back to the community. We gave thousands and thousands of toys for Christmas. We're using this platform for good, baby. You might not see it on the show because we need that for ratings, and I cannot brand myself with the millions of dollars it would take to brand it and give back to the community without the show. I hope y'all see my sense of reasoning.
Yes.
But if you don't, oh well, because this is what I decided to do. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And one more question. We got Miss Lola.
I know too long, don't it? Lola
Lane.
Hey, Lola, I have a question. Does she feel like she could be just as successful financially if she did not get in it? Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes, you can be successful. I see the people do it. I'm going to go in on this part right here, Leah, because there's so many doctors that will not take my financial advice. You know why? Because when they talk about trading Forex, and I'm seeing these young girls making $100,000 a month trading Forex, these doctors don't want to hear it. Because they're upset because they went to school so long. Now, do I recommend education? Abso-freaking-lutely. Because it's a backbone. It's a back plan B. But do you think I could not be successful without education? I know I could be. That's why I tried Heavenly Beauty. Heavenly Beauty did 6 figures within the first freaking year. And it ain't because I was doing the hair like everybody else. I don't know shit about hair. I know about business. And what I did with business, and I hate to be yelling, but I started selling the low-end wigs. The $29, $39, number shits that fly off the shelf, that go online. Everybody cannot afford them $300, $400, $600 wigs. They can't. So when I put a wig on for $39.99 and put it on sale for $27.99, them shits fly. That's how we were able to get the contract with the funeral home director. Ain't nobody gonna spend no $600 for a wig if somebody dead. You can make them damn wigs look fly. Look how quad wig look fly. You know what I'm saying? So if you ask me, without an education, can you make a business work? Absolutely. But I think in order to get an education, you got to be kind of smart. In order to make a business work, you got to be kind of smart. So I think they go hand in hand. Education and intelligence sometimes. But I know some smart people that do not have an education at all. Did I answer your question?
That is, you get real life hand claps.
Cindy Hill. Hey, Cindy, how are you?
Heavenly, you are the bond.
But I can see real good right now. Cindy, Heavenly, your bond. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate it. Are you still flipping homes with your son? Absolutely. My son just put one of my properties on the market. I don't know if I'm going to sell it. I probably should have sold it back in March. But he's making commission. I mean, he ain't sold that many houses, but his last house, he made $18,000 on it. And he was so happy. My son was so happy. So, yeah, we still have that lake house. I still have other properties that my family members stay in. But, yeah, he's helping me. I'm going to bring on my real estate agent to my Patreon. And she's helping me find houses that we can do, the Airbnb or whatever, just for investment's sake. But I don't buy houses unless they already have a whole lot of equity in them. And I try to keep them at a certain price level. Like, for example, and this ain't no shade, it's just real. Instead of going out there and buying a house for $3-4 million like some of the other ladies have done, and to me, no shade, do whatever you want to. Why not buy a house for 1.5 that you could easily afford, right? Start an LLC, buy other houses, have 5 different houses like I do, and write off the interest on all them brother tuckers. Because on your same mortgage, you can only write off $750,000, and that's why people have tax problems. Because if you got all this house, you got to pay yourself enough money to pay that mortgage. Meaning when you pay that mortgage, you got to pay yourself that amount of money. I pay myself the least amount as I can, so I don't have to pay taxes. I pay all my bills out of my businesses, right? Even the hair and makeup, which I don't do, is out of my business. So at the end of the day, I've written off everything: my cars, my houses, my computers, my cell phone. Get with a good accountant, and then start a trust. It's so much power in a trust, y'all. Y'all don't even know, and we need to talk about that, because I think that's one thing that Black people don't know. Now, it is costing me. It cost me like $50,000 to set up a trust. So the average person ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? But once you get to a certain level, a trust is necessary, because you're able to write off other things that you weren't able to write off before, which saves you a whole lot in taxes. And a lot of people complain about Trump not showing his taxes, but he don't really have them to show because he has a trust with everything. He owns nothing, but he controls everything. It's a mindset to that we as Black people are not taught that education. But I'm here to bring it to y'all with Heavenly Investment Group. And I think the Heavenly Investment Group is going to be really, really bomb, because people need to know this shit. They don't know. And I didn't know till somebody told me.
Exactly. And I heard about like compound interest in high school economics and always wanted to know, how can I get some? And it took me, I'm in my 50s and I'm just now having access to it.
Imagine, you know what I mean? If you knew it at 16, like a Laura knows. 16.
Right. And my 14-year-old, he's doing it with me. So
absolutely. That's what we're saying. Generational wealth. We didn't know, but our kids damn sure gonna know every one of them. So I started investment accounts for all of them in Novatech and everything else. They got investment accounts and they gonna be rich. There's no way for them not to be rich. Alora's gonna be a mogul with her not only beauty supply store, probably chains, but with her own makeup line. I got it all set up. You know what I'm saying? For her. There's no reason for her not to. The people love her. She got confidence. She got personality. She winning.
Definitely. You have been such an inspiration. I appreciate you taking your time to stop in. We're well over I mean, you know, I want to keep you all day, but I know it's 12 noon. It's in the middle of the afternoon in the East Coast, y'all. I'm in California.
12:45. Yeah, I'm all down.
I'm still sipping coffee.
Tell me some other questions because I'm gonna answer some of them.
Okay, let's see. And some people. Thank you, Dr.
That's
Heavenly.
right. Do you have any university? Okay, that ain't a question. That's a comment. Okay, happy for you. Okay, keep going.
Exactly. Black people.
Black people don't know the echelon. People do. They do, right?
Yes, right. Definitely. Let me go up some people.
Because the upper echelon people got people trading at Forex for them. And I know a specific lady dropped $2 million in a trading account, and now she pulls out about $500,000 a month, and that ain't no lie. I've seen the money. You got to change your mindset. There's so much freaking money out there. That's why when they start giving them PPP loans, I was sitting right here during the pandemic telling them, listen, if y'all print money like this, print some more. Print some more because y'all got the money for whatever y'all want. It's so much money out there, y'all. Go to Miami and look at them yachts. You'll be like, damn, how they afford all this? I'm telling you, it's the power compound interest. Black people don't know it. And Novatech is a way that you could get in on a little bit of money because most of these platforms, you got to have at least 200 to 2 million to even be talked to. You know
I'm going to tell the people I got in on with 500. I mean, I invested more later, but my initial was only 500, but now it's like way more.
And you know, I'm giving money out on my Patreon for people to invest. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. So you guys check out her Patreon.
Money I'm making on my YouTube. I've given that money out. I'm giving the money out. I gave money to Jackie's organization, 50 Shades of Pink. That money don't mean shit to me. I want to put out the education. Now, I do make money with Novatech. I'm going to tell y'all that. I make good money with that. But the money on social media and all that, I give that shit away. I give it away. Heavenly, where do you get the strength and motivation from in the hard times? God. But it's a mindset because at this point in my life, I prepare for the hard times. I'm not going to go out there and buy a house that I cannot afford. I like to live my life financially free. If I don't want to go to work tomorrow ever again, I ain't got to go. If my husband don't want to go to work tomorrow, we don't have to go. And that's such a relief on your life when you could just go because you want to and not because you have to. Exactly. So my motivation comes from God. And not only that, my husband. I don't know if y'all know my husband or y'all don't know. That's why I wanted him to do a vlog so y'all could get it. He's so freaking motivational. He's the most humble man I know. I love talking to him. I love being with him. I love being around him because he's a plethora of knowledge. But he's so humble. It's amazing. Yeah. He don't want people to know how successful he is. That's why we don't talk about it. He don't want people to know.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And his podcast. Wait. His podcast is MD 2020.
MD 2020. Right? He has not started yet. He's going to start with Jackie's blog first. He's going to do the Queen Bee first, and then he's going to present it. I think he's doing that next week. Do you think that's got manipulated? Come on, Claire. You know that. She was leaving. We were best of friends. I was finna pull up in the U-Haul, right? When you choose your man, the person that's closer to you, the one that get dogged, that's so obvious on this show, y'all. Yeah, it was him. I get it.
Yes.
But, I don't see how the audience, all of them don't get it. Most of y'all smart. Y'all get it. That girl did not talk about her marriage no more after 2 years of dogging that man. I'm the one that told her. Now, my delivery was messed up when I did, but I was frustrated. I told her, I said, listen, you're beautiful. You smart. You can have anybody you want. But if you're going to stay with the man, shut the fuck up because people don't want to hear that shit and you looking dumb as hell. Shut up. That's what she started. It had nothing to do with my YouTube. It had nothing to do with my blogs. It had everything to do with a conversation we had. And then, I tell the whole story at the reunion because the truth is the truth and it don't change.
It doesn't change.
I'm a messy bitch. Yes, I am. But that shit there, I did not do. I did not do that one.
Right.
You think about investing in Tesla Green Engine Company. You know what the interesting thing about Tesla is, and my son is buying one now. It's a wonder why, and we all know why. They don't give incentives for everybody to have an electric car. If y'all saying the oil is a problem or the gas is a problem, it's so much money being made in this world, in this United States off of oil. They're never going to let Tesla get but so big. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And if you buy a Tesla, and I did the research because my son is getting one, and I think you should have one. If a Tesla break down, only Tesla can fix Tesla. So the problem is, if you break down, you're going to need another car anyway, because they're not allowing it to get big enough that everybody can have when it should be a tax incentive to get an electric car just for the climate. But they ain't doing that shit. You know why? Because too many people making that money. The world is about money. Them vaccines is about money.
Right.
Reality TV is about money.
Money.
So either you're going to play the game or you not. You're going to bring negativity out there, use it like I do, and spread some positivity and help these people because they broke and they need help on how to not be broke. But
right.
So you can only, you're going to win or lose. Either you don't have a platform or you do. Now, there's a way to come up without being negative. Yes, it is. You could do the Oprah route, but it's going to take me longer than a lifetime that I don't have. Reality TV catapults you to a place where you can get a platform and then build upon that. And that's what I'm thinking. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think I'm wrong. And my husband don't think I'm wrong either. He know the shit that be going on. He don't know the shit, but he know I be, messy. Oh my God, I want to answer Eugene will end up
broke because of Toya.
That's why I keep, in a jokingly way, and she probably won't receive it because I'm joking, but I do think she should join the Heavenly Investment Group.
She needs to join on HIG.
Them people not poor. They got big money. They make good money. Now I make probably 4 times, 5 times more. But what I'm saying is they got good money where if they just get a house like 1.3 and sit their asses down, they'd be fine. The problem is Toya wants to be the big dog because she feels like if she gets a $3-4 million house, we gonna respect her more. No, we gonna think you stupid up. We know what you make. I know exactly what. Girl, don't do it to the man. And the problem is the whole thing is that man loves her so much that he's trying so hard to give her everything she wants. But that's when the helpmate comes in. And that's why I go in on her so much because everything about her irks me. Because she got a good man. I don't care. It ain't none of my business, right? But we on reality TV and I'm gonna tell her till she hear it. Jackie tell me I'm fat till I lose it. So I'm gonna tell her till she hear, stop digging. We see it. We see the train wreck happening. Everybody in the world can see it. Why can't you see it, girl?
Right.
Why
Speaking
can't you
of
see
that,
there dogging that man on TV and embarrassing him every year? Every year, I want to cry for that man. First, it was eat a biscuit. You fat, eat a biscuit at him. Then it was you get a period every month like a woman. You done called him a bitch. Then it was like, oh, you downstairs masturbating. Every time I see that man, I think about him masturbating. You know what I'm saying? Then it was like he ain't got testosterone. Her ignorant ass was like his testosterone is 2. Bitch, that's no such a thing. But then that just makes you think that he ain't got. Then now you're gonna say, and I'm not giving the show because it's already out there. You say his penis is small. The word you said was the dick don't get no big. That's the bottom line. You're not gonna continue to disrespect this man. Not in my watch. I'm Team Eugene. I'm sorry. And I ain't got shit to do with it, but you're not going to sit up here and be silent and you just keep dogging that man the way you do. And he's working so hard for you. And then we also know the last reunion, he said he was on antidepressants because of your dumb ass. Let me hush. Come on, man.
Yeah. That's a lot going on over there.
That's man.
I know.
If you don't like him, leave him. If you don't like him, leave him. But don't do him like this. I don't like that shit at all. And I think it's, I hate to see it. It's worse when it's a woman done. That's why I was so mad with Contessa. But when it's a man, it's bad too. Don't dog the man. If you don't want him, don't be with him. Right. And if you with a woman, don't play with a man. I'd rather you cheat on me than play with my man.
Right.
Don't play with my man.
Just don't do it. Speaking of fat, I'm on a journey, and I know you're on a journey.
We had an hour already, girl. I know.
I've been seeing your workouts, and you have I thought you were going to be doing like a heavenly weight loss.
Girl,
are you still going to be doing that?
I got a book about that. Listen, I got so much stuff I want to do, but I think the investment part is taking over. But I wrote a book. I got a book about weight loss and how I lost 70 pounds.
Excellent.
I got all these books I've written, so it's multifaceted with Dr. Heavenly. Yes, I love talking about the weight loss journey.
Yes.
Dr. Jada, Dr. Jackie, Dr. Nia. Dr. Nia does the weight loss surgeries. So, all the aspects of it. Business, we got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Motivational, we got it. The business of love, we talking about relationships. I done wrote a book on all of this.
On all
years
of that.
ago.
I went to Amazon to get it, and it was only for the Kindle. I want it in. I need to touch it.
You can order directly from my website.
Okay, that's what you all do. Go to her website to order these books.
Yeah, drheavenly.com, and drheavenly.com will take you to all the other websites. Yeah, they got several of them out there. Heavenly University, HIG, which is Heavenly Investment Group, Smiles by Dr. Heavenly, all of that is all together. Heavenly Beauty, all that.
Definitely.
Okay,
you guys. You know what?
Wait a minute, you're going too fast.
Oh. if Eugene makes it, we don't.
Listen, he don't like it though, Autumn, he don't like it. He's on antidepressants. I hate to see it happen. He does not like it, and it ain't right. It ain't right, Autumn. You could say mind your business, but we on TV. Y'all talk about my YouTube. Y'all on national TV. You know I got to give my opinion. That's what I'm paid. Right. They pay me big money to give my opinion. So when you say don't mind, no, I'm going to give my opinion, Autumn. I don't agree with that. It's on TV. Just like Anila. We had the dog car because my mama walked miles to take us to school to take us to the bus stop. This little girl complaining because she got 2 kids and can't get them to school without a nanny. We got to eat your tail up, girl. You can't control 2 kids.
Right.
And I saw my mama do it with ease without even thinking that it was anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
So we're talking about what happened on the TV show. If y'all don't want to talk about what happened on the TV show, then don't watch the TV show. Because no, it ain't none of our damn business. No, it ain't. But it ain't nobody's business. But this is what we putting out there, and this is what we signed up for. So if you pay me big money to talk about your shit, I'm going to talk about it. And that's my job.
Right. Exactly. And you all do it.
What is the first step to gaining financial limit? The mindset. Changing your mind. Because so many people tell me, Heavenly, I don't have money to invest. I don't have it. I don't have any money. Bitch, get you a job. There's way more jobs out there now than it ever was. It might be something you don't want to do. But right. You thinking you can't work for a few months and save up $5,000? Yeah, you got a job now and you're paying your bills, right? What's wrong with staying up? I've done it with a second job, part-time, and make you some money. You don't want to do it. Just like I don't want to exercise. That's it. You know what I'm saying? People could be thin. They just don't want to do the work. So if you don't want to do the work, stop complaining. Right. But we can all be, you know what I'm saying? It's a mindset. So I say start with the mindset.
Definitely. And apply that consistency that's required in order to reach the goal that you desire.
Your show kind of good, girl. Your show kind of good. Look at that questions.
I appreciate that. It's all because of you, Dr. Heavenly. This is your heavenly day.
I thought Eugene was depressed. It was a lot of different things, baby. It was a lot of different things. I think I see things that you don't see on TV, Autumn. So my whole thing is listen to what I'm saying and not what you see on TV, because it's 7 minutes of a 5-hour scene. Okay. So when I say why Audra, Audra too, but why Anila was so upset, she was upset because Toya pushed her like boom, like hard,
like with her hands to her body.
I was so upset because Contessa brought her baby downstairs. At first I thought they was playing. I was like, I know this is a bullshit. That's why I was laughing, because it was a bullshit when she brought that baby downstairs. I need therapy behind that. And then she lied and said, no, my kids were going. No, boo. Scott came and got that baby. And she was like, what are you doing? That girl started screaming, I got you. That's what fucked me up. That's why I was outside like, damn, I don't know what if I could get through this, Jackie, because the bitch brought a baby downstairs. At first I was playing.
Yeah. So they didn't show us that.
You don't see everything. That's all I'm saying, Autumn. So before y'all buck up for some BS, know what you're talking about, because y'all don't know. And I mean, I get it. Y'all don't get to see everything. So, shout out to Dr. Heavenly. Minimum, go follow and subscribe. LRGA Curves. Make sure y'all subscribe and go to Dr. Heavenly Patreon as well. Love Definitely. You, Roy. He's always there. He is,
isn't he? He's so awesome. We were in a mock court over you the other week, Dr. Heavenly.
Did you?
And me and Royer were co-counsel for the defendant, Dr. Heavenly.
Lord, I bet that was
hilarious. No, I don't know. We don't know.
They don't have about that. No, Toya's been very clear that if he ever leave her, she taking half his shit. She said that on camera. I don't know if they ever showed it. That's why I don't watch it, so I can tell you. I said is honestly say I don't. You know what I'm saying? I tell y'all what happened. I don't know what they showed. I tell you what happened. Yeah, she said before that she would take everything he got.
Wow. So maybe, I guess they were protecting that little scene then, because they just showed you at the car kind of like, I don't know if we can get past
it. Bravo tries to protect us. A lot of times they water our shit down, or it would be Love and Hip Hop. They don't show the pushes and stuff like that. They said when Contessa brought her daughter down, I'm thinking they thought it was too dark. Because I know they didn't play the part when Toya said, I don't give a fuck about your mama dying. They ain't play that because it's too dark. They try to make it, they want you to take it dark in it, but they don't want you to be so mad.
Right.
They want you to be able to come back from it. And I think I'm good at that. And I think Toya's good at that as well. I think the people that get stuck is Quad. Quad gets stuck and be mad forever. That's why I don't really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you and Quad are friends in real life
cool.
right now.
I mean, she's still going through this thing about this sleeping with a married man, but it was a rumor. Yes, I shouldn't have said it, but she told me the rumor her damn self. So it wasn't like she didn't know where it came from. So
right.
But I apologize to her.
I know, and I really hope that you guys can make it back. And you and Anila in real life are cool, right?
Yeah, I'm cool with everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
I call Toya up right now, and she needed something, I'd be there for her.
Right.
I promote her stuff. I'm all about promoting Black people stuff. I just don't agree with what Toya does. You know what I'm saying? I just don't, and I can't co-sign it. And I'm gonna put my opinion out there about it. So
right. Two more things. So Ayako, she's one of my subs in China, and she's never seen Married to Medicine. And she said her question for you would be, if a person such as herself watched the show, what could they expect?
Drama. That's what sells. These people about their money. They're gonna show enough drama. Okay, yeah, with Married to Medicine, you don't want to see the doctors argue all the time. So the next episode is gonna be a cleanup. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it like we friends and we're gonna clean it up. But it's all about numbers, drama. And to me, I mean, it's real. Don't get me wrong, it's real, but is it real on 10? Because there's no way I would say the things that I say in real life. There's no way I would sit down with some of these people and have a conversation. It just would never happen.
Right.
But it's really a situation, and it's all about ratings. And if you understand business and money, you get it. And yeah, it's a trade-off. You're going to have to put some negativity out there to come back and put some positivity as well. And maybe I could be off-kiltered here. Maybe I could be totally wrong, but this is exactly what and I'm justifying it because I think that I have an obligation to put out some positivity as well. And that's why we do the free dental makeovers, and we do the give back wigs, and we do the toy drives and all of that. Because I feel like I'm the only one that do that, all that stuff. No, Jackie gives away a lot too. But I feel like we got to give back as well. Because we so blessed. All of us are blessed.
Definitely. How do, because you do.
Get at me, bring the wine glasses to the store, let them look at it. My office manager will take care of it and put you in the store. Now, what we do require is great packaging, and we need samples. If it sells, then we'll come back and buy, at a discounted rate to sell in the store. But yes, that's what we do. We promote Black businesses. Excellent.
So you guys, make sure you contact her and her store manager about that, if that's something you have. What are some of your new self-care?
I was told never to talk about Mariah. That's why I'll go the separate way. I feel like ain't that many people watching this, so I can be very honest. I don't talk about her. So.
I didn't know they could ask you not to, though.
No, they can't make me not to, but it's not in my best interest to talk about her.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're not going to do that one. Do you offer a business class? So Heavenly University is about dentistry.
Absolutely.
Specifically.
Business, come to my Patreon. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about business, money, and relationships, mostly business and investments. So that's what I'm getting back on the business on my Patreon.
So check out her Patreon for business questions, you guys, and business tips. Thank you. Fell in love with you guys. And that was the whole point.
I love how you got your Cash App, baby. That's awesome.
I love that you're even here, but you know what? When I even told you, remember when I DM'd you and I said, I'm a loyal fan, I'm a loyal boopy, and I want my audience to see why I love you. So this comment right here is giving me literal chills because my mission is accomplished.
I fell in love with you guys when y'all came together for Dr. Simone's marriage. I actually made me cry. You know what? Simone and I call her a flip-flopper because she is, but it'll always have a special warm place in my heart. When Simone was going through that, I left my family and went over to her house and spent the night with her, a few nights to get her through that. And everybody in the world want to see Simone and Cecil together. They don't even make sense not together. You know what I'm saying? Right, Cecil got mad at me because I made a statement about Tammy. Fuck Tammy. But I was just in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck Tammy. I didn't see what she had a place against your wife. And he was mad. And then, the hurt bay, he was mad about that. But honestly, on the hurt bay, Simone saw the question. So I didn't understand why she didn't tell her husband or tell me, listen, that's too deep. Don't say it. Trust me, I ran them questions about them people. So he was mad at me, but Simone never told him that she knew the question, which just here recently she told him. And I kept my mouth shut because she told me to. Just recently, she told him, Heavenly told me about the question, after they were better.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Heavenly don't ever tell him that I knew. That man was mad on Twitter with me, being passive aggressive and stuff like that. And I was like, Simone, get your man. Anyway, long story short, I'm so happy that Simone and Cecil are still together. They don't make sense not to be together. And we love that couple. We love Toya and Eugene. All the couples.
We do. We love all you guys. Different. I mean, I'm all about hashtag Black love. You know what I mean? And we need to see more of that. And especially professional, entrepreneurial, business-minded, making boss moves, changing world, Black love. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just phenomenal. And that's part of why, like I said, I needed the people to see you.
And it's different. Like, it's difficult for a Black man to be married to such a powerful Black women. That's hard to do. You know what I mean? Most men are intimidated about, from women like us. And that's just true tea. So it takes a strong man to be married to one of us,
Definitely.
All right, Royer.
And but I think you guys are like, I want to end it by saying again, what is the one thing that you want people to remember you for? Like in one word.
One word?
Yeah.
Perseverance. If I had to do one word, perseverance. No matter what people tell you, no matter what you think or whatever somebody else thinks about you, even your family, perseverance, keep going. If you have, an idea or a dream, keep going. If you believe in yourself, keep going. If you fail over and over again, it only takes one time to win. Perseverance is the answer. That's what I would think I have. Perseverance. Keep going.
Beautiful, beautiful. And we're going to end it there, you guys. And I want you guys to persevere. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, hit that bell so you can get notified next time I upload a video. I'm praying and I'm knowing, I'm affirming, and I'm manifesting. This is the first of many celebrity interviews that we'll be having over here on LRGA Curves, when we get to dive into the other side of the people that we love to see entertain us on these reality shows. So I appreciate you guys for stopping in. Thank you, Dr. Heavenly.
Thank you, beautiful.
This is life-changing. This is life-changing. And we do it all the time. So, see you later.
Bye-bye, baby.
Bye. So, you guys, wasn't that excellent? Wasn't that excellent? That was my first celebrity interview, y'all. I'm going to drop the link for like 5 minutes. If anybody wants to pop up, we can. I'm so excited. I made it through, you guys. I made it through. I feel like the sound was a little wonky, but other than that, she stayed with me the whole hour. That's phenomenal. It's just freaking crazy, you guys. It's just crazy. Crazy. Oh my gosh. Thanks. Okay. Thank you, Sheila. Terry says, thank you for the invite. I really enjoyed this. Thank you. Great interview. Gabrielle.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That was awesome, wasn't it?
You own it, girl. You do it. You manifest it. You have it. And it's so good. And thank you for everything. And you do it so good. And I say that.
Oh my God. You are so, I appreciate you so much. It's your guys' energy that even inspired me to like do the next thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, so I tell you so much. I tell you, you can do it more. You can do it with persistency, with discipline, with everything. I will let you guys. I need to go because it's night here in Paris. So bye-bye. Have a good day.
Au revoir. Au revoir.
And thank you for everything. Love.
Au revoir.
Love.
Hey, Royer. Hey, Prosperity. How are you doing?
Congratulations.
Oh, my gosh.
Curves. That was such an awesome interview. I am just like, listen, I went out last night, so I'm just kind of getting up. So y'all woke me.
I like your hair, Royer. Thank you for coming on mute, babe.
You're on mute, sweetie.
Your sound went away.
Sorry, Curves.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. Your questions were so good. The interview was so good. You just did an amazing job. Auntie Heavenly, you know we love you. Y'all remember to like, follow, and subscribe to Curb's channel and to Dr. Heavenly's channel and to her Patreon. She offers some excellent business advice.
She does.
And Curbs does as well. As I've been kind of going through her page. She has some awesome people that comes on her page too. So y'all remember to like and subscribe. Paige, I love you. I see you at our review on Tuesday. I'm going home to get me a nap. Y'all have a good day.
Okay. Thanks. All right, I love you. Thank you. See you later. Oh my gosh.
LRGA.
That was a pretty good interview. That was
you
good,
did amazing.
LRGA. Can I give you your props?
Yes.
You deserve it. You know, I've been promoting you all week. I even put it on there this morning so they can look at you. You know, I've been here since when we only had 2 people in the chat. So you know I done watch where you came from and where you're about to go, and you deserve every bit of what you're about to get and what you're about to do. Because you've been doing this for a good while, and you never gave up. You kept going. You made videos even when we felt like nobody was gonna watch them. We had come up and talk like, you know, we family now. So I just want to say congratulations. It was a great interview. You had great questions. You look amazing. Your energy is always on 1,000. So it was great.
Oh my God. Really was. I appreciate that, Prosperity. Everybody check out my girl Prosperity Thick Girl 40. She got her YouTube channel finally up and running. So make sure you pass through because she likes to do the draggers over there. So we have lots of fun. They had a mock court over there. We had night court, y'all. I was looking for a bull in the corner. It was it was so cute the other day. So I hope you check it out. And MH is in the freaking house.
Hey, Cubs. It's like 6 p.m. for us, so it's actually a perfect time for once. However, I feel like you did perfect with the interview. She was so engaged throughout. Like, I saw you try and wrap up a few times, and it was Heavenly, Dr. Heavenly, that was like, no, I'm going to answer more questions. No, yeah. I love the vibe that the chat was giving and the questions you were asking. And I felt like you gave her flowers without being, like, sycophantic. Like, you weren't like that, but you gave her the flowers she was due. And you were able to, like, you put the questions on the chat, but you didn't force anything. Like, you didn't say the questions out loud that you wanted her to answer. You let her choose her own questions. That's why I kept on putting my questions back on repeat. But you did so well, Curves. I'm really, really impressed. I'm so glad I came to watch your first celebrity interview, and congratulations. You are a sunflower on these YouTube streets. You are such a beautiful, shining light, and you deserve everything that's coming to you.
I'm gonna get my Candace tissue.
Get it ready, because you're gonna have these nights over and over and over again.
I appreciate that.
You gotta fold that corner a little more before you stick yourself in the eye.
It wasn't perfect. She gets hers so perfect. I'm surprised she doesn't put an eye out. It's more like that. There it is.
It's the pageant girl in her.
I appreciate that. You know, I was so nervous, and I'm just now like starting to relax a little bit. I could hardly sleep last night, and I literally did have 48 questions, you guys. I literally did.
By the way, your hair looks amazing as well.
I would say you look outstanding.
She looks amazing. Love the glasses.
You look beautiful, sis. You do.
I was so nervous.
You were serving everywhere.
But guess what? It's not just about the outward. You are literally beaming from the inside.
Yes,
that's the excitement of this.
I can feel it.
I've always wanted to do something like this, and like and so to just do it and to have it go well and to have you guys be in the house supporting me.
I'm about to say, and that's why it made us want to support you.
World to me.
You just look. We know that's why it was so important for me to support you with posting and all that, because I know your heart, and you're a good person. You love hard, you love the joke, but you also love hard and you give people your all. So it was very important for me to support you. I was kept looking for. I'm like, oh my gosh, she said Central Time. I don't know what Central Time. I know Eastern Time. What time is the interview supposed to start?
Oh my
I
gosh.
don't want to miss it.
So all week long, I've been tagging Dr. Heavenly in everything, saying 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, PST, right? And I thought she knew I was in California. Well, today at 6:52, I get a text and she's like, I thought you said 9. It's 10. I was like, it's California time. She's like, oh, okay, text me 10 minutes before. I was like,
I was like, I don't know what time this supposed to start, but I'm not trying to miss it.
that is hilarious. That is
Curves, can I tell
hilarious.
you? It
Yes.
was funny because I'm in the chat and I'm literally doing what we normally do. I'm just responding to the people in the chat. I genuinely like Dr. Heavenly, and I get her. I may not agree with her delivery all the time, but it's reality TV. What you gonna do? So with that being said, I'm writing stuff in the chat. So when you pulled that up, I didn't even notice that you had posted that because I'm steady writing. So when I hear her reading and say my name, I'm like, well, what the heck did I just say? So she gets to explain it. I'm like, I really didn't have a question as to why she was talking about Toya's marriage. I was talking about other people that's like, you know how I feel about marriage. If a person's in it and they want to stay in it, it's not for me to tell you to leave it. That's up between that man, that woman, or whatever the case may be. Let
Right.
them deal with it. So that was my point with that. So when I was like, wait, Dr. Emily, I wasn't talking to you. Like, I'm like, out of all questions to pick up on, for her to pick up on that one, I'm like, oh, here I go.
That was a good question, though. I'm glad that she was willing to go there with it. And we got tea about her and Dr. Damon's, little tiff about what we're gonna see about that little tiff and everything. I feel like she
Yeah.
was really honest, and that's part of what I love about her is like she feels so accessible. You know what I mean? And she was really like it felt like I was talking to a friend, but she's like, you know what I mean? Anyway, and I hope that came
Thank
across.
you for putting my question up there about my cup shop. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all about promoting Black business, and I wanted her to answer that question just in case somebody else had wanted to test the theory too. If she says she's going to put it out there, do what she says to do to get it in there, and
Oh, I will. My
she will
daughter's in the store in Atlanta already too. Oh, I will be sending something.
definitely.
Well, I'm glad we were here, or at least I was here for the first of many more to come, because I know this is just the beginning for you. You did an outstanding job. And like I said, you look amazing, both inside and out. It's shining through. I'm literally smiling because you put a smile on my face because I could feel you're having it. I'm telling you, yeah, I'm glad
Exactly.
I did not miss this. You did a great job, sis. You really did.
Excellent. Thank you,
I
Autumn's
would
mom.
have been so mad if I would have missed this. Oh my God, I would have been so mad
So
at
much.
myself.
And I know because we're all in different time zones too. So I totally
Yeah.
appreciate
Hmm.
you guys coming through and
I
supporting
kept
this.
waking up. I was like, is it time?
I could hardly get to sleep. And I was really surprised I wasn't more groggy this morning because I could hardly get to sleep. But it
No,
all
you were too excited to be groggy.
in a perfected ball of just like universal yes. You know what I mean? Like this is like an example. I'm always talking about manifesting, and that's another reason why I wanted her to talk about it. Because, like minds, right? And I feel like a lot of the people that I engage with here on these YouTube streets are of the similar minds where we know we can have, do, be anything we put our minds to, and what we focus on is what will come to fruition. And so this YouTube channel has been like that opportunity for me to manifest what I've always thought I could do as far as like, just host and talk and have a space for like minds to come together. So I appreciate you guys supporting me today.
Girls, did you feel like
sorry,
do you feel like everything that you wanted to ask did you ask those questions and were you happy? Was there anything that you would have changed in the interview? Or you feel like, oh, I missed that one, I should have said that?
Well, I did have a whole outline, you guys, that I didn't even go by my outline. So yeah. Yeah. But what happened was perfection.
Do we ever?
So
sometimes you have to let the conversation lead you.
Yes, and I'm glad I did
Yep,
that way because had I tried to stick to this, we wouldn't have got what we got, because
Right.
And Heavenly
had nothing to do with here.
Yeah, Heavenly, you can see when she comes on her YouTube, she has a few things, but she always goes off the conversation and goes off topic. So
definitely. Yeah, but I did have other questions, like yeah, I had a whole lot of other questions that don't even mean anything now because she said so much. Oh, that's right. I had topics. I was gonna do like dentist themed topics of, oh, so here's a crown. This is fillings. This is rinse, floss, and brush. I had all this stuff.
Those are the questions you need when the conversation, if the conversation or the interview wasn't flowing or it hadn't been as organic or as, it was like a conversation between two girlfriends. Like, there was no awkward pauses. There was nothing that was like stopping the flow of the conversation. There was not one time there was like an air
gap in a pause,
awkwardness. Nothing.
Definitely.
But she did say that she would come back so you can keep your outline and your other questions, because she said herself, anytime she'll come back.
Yeah,
I heard that part.
Yes. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna try to.
I'm sitting here smiling like a Cheshire cat for you. I don't. My dog.
I just can't stop. My cheeks are hurting. I'm smiling so much. I'm smiling like when I first met my husband. Like, my cheeks just hurt from that feeling of excitement. Like, I'm literally like feeling love right now. I'm literally feeling love. It's exciting.
But we have a outside of this relationship, so my excitement is on a totally higher. I'm just so happy. This is.
I know, like, because you were literally in here when there was two people in here. Literally, it was me.
I love it. I love this for you.
It was a text.
Right. Sometimes it'll just be me and you up here talking, going out a little banter. You on Heavenly side? I'm like, nah, I'm not too sure. But we always meet in the middle.
You know what? I totally would love to interview a couple people, and I would love to interview Candace from Real Housewives of Potomac, because I feel like she's a little misunderstood also, and like she's doing good things off camera with her music career.
It's static, sweetie, in the
I don't know
corner.
where those chipmunks are coming from, but it kind of
the bottom corner.
The
bottom. From who? Not you. The other. She fixed it.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, but I would definitely love to interview. I already dropped in. I dropped in Sutton Strack's DM and see if she wants to do an interview. I dropped in Garcelle's DM, see if she wants to do an interview. I dropped in.
Yeah, you watch them. You will know what you're talking about with these people.
I dropped in those people's DMs. My daddy is so funny. He said I should ask Will Smith to come on and just tell us how he's because he obviously wants to talk to somebody. And
well, you can make whatever you want come to fruition. You know that you just spoke a word, because that is so true. We talk about manifestation, and it's more so when your hard work and dedication, it now pays off. I think why I feel your excitement is because I remember when I worked for the campaign for Obama, I put in my heart, sweat, dedication, but I wasn't able to make it to Chicago the night that he won to hear his acceptance speech. So I kind of felt defeated. But I said, you know what? Relax. Don't worry about it. You'll get to meet him one day. And that one day when it finally came, and I literally was standing across from him and got a chance to meet him and shake his hand and have a conversation, I was elated. I was like, you see, it didn't happen that day, but I knew it. I told everybody I was going to meet that man. It was destined to happen. I didn't know how, I didn't know when, but I knew it was going to happen. And when it did, it radiated all throughout my body. But anything that you put your mind to, you can make it happen.
Yes.
And thank you for my crystal lager. I swear my hand to God, I got my big, the 2 days after getting this crystal from you, I got my biggest cup order to date.
No way!
Yes.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And
somebody want 35 water bottles.
Because Dr. Heavenly's going to want so many for her store. Ooh,
yes.
Kevin Hart, that would be fun. Kevin Hart, that would be fun. We'd be cracking up, OMG.
And I've never done crystals before, but this one, I'm like, it's this crystal. It got to be this crystal.
Yeah, I made you guys. I'm into crystals and stuff. I wrap crystals and stuff, and I'm all about like different, accoutrements to help me on my spiritual manifestation journey, and just like things that make me feel good and keep my vibration and frequency higher, so that I'm resonating with the things that I want to bring to me. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
it's all a frequency vibe. So yeah, I'm vibing on the crystals, and I sent Prosperity Thick Girl 40 a rainbow fluorite. And anybody who knows, you guys just Google rainbow fluorite qualities and see what it's good for. So her saying that she's already had a good experience is, it was expected. Actually, it was expected.
Toot your horn, toot it, toot, 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 toot. And
Definitely.
her daddy, he's her husband daddy. He has a business. With give him his spot.
Oh yeah, and husband daddy. There's husband. Come here, husband. Just come here real fast. Let him say hi. Can they see you?
Hello, husband daddy.
Hey, husband daddy.
So he wraps too, crystals and stuff, and makes chains and bracelets and all kind of stuff. He does leather work. He does LRGA Curves work, and yeah, but you guys don't need to know that. Oh yeah, this is one that he made. So, oh, can they see it? Yeah, it's because I have my green screen. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Oh, you guys still, and then it's like, anyway. Thank you, husband. So yeah, he's either husband or daddy. You got to take him back to Petco for his second set of shots so we can take him to the dog park. We got a puppy for our anniversary. Yeah, the one that we went to last time. The one right by Wingspot. Right. No, take my card. Awesome.
Well, I just wanted to come up and say congratulations. And once again, thank you again for an outstanding job. Prosperity, it's been a pleasure to share the panel with you again today. I got to get out here and hit these streets. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, you be safe.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, Prosperity. You know what? I have to go take this dog to get his second round of shots. And then I have a client later. And then I have to go take my mom her what's that called? What's it called? Her loaner car. And then that's like a 2-hour drive. So I love you guys. And I love the energy that you helped me have for this interview. And I love your energy just supporting me and coming through LRGA Curves and being part of this beautiful curvy community that we're growing over here. Thank you again, Prosperity Thick Girl 40. You guys go check her out. Stephen Crisco, Toddy Vision, Royer, Gabrielle, freaking Claire, Chanel Sells was in my freaking house. Thank you. Onyx, S Lover, Canelo.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense was in the house. Freaking, I had so many. Jordan Glass was in the house. Cindy Hill was in the house. Jessica was in the house.
King.
ASAP was in the house. Just simply. Soraya was in the house. Freaking MH was in the house. Autumn, we just had up here. There were so many beautiful people in the house. And you know what? The light that you're seeing shine out of me is a reflection of the light that's in you. We're all it's all a vibe, and I'm so thankful that you guys could come and share a vibe with me today. So smash the buttons, share the video, leave a comment in the replay crew. Who would you like to see me ask to interview next? We can get things done around here and we will manifest some things. Okay. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.
Bye.
Bye. Peace out, y'all.